Hold on, I didn't have the right thing up in there. Make this, just to make. Oh my God. Make this, just to make. Alright, pulling this thing up. Alright, sounds okay. Mic test, just the mic. The levels look okay. Nothing's peeking out too bad. Let's do this button. I think that's right. And then we click this thing. And I can zoom this out. Is that working? I think it's working. Everything sounds okay. Let me swap headsets. Awesome. Well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to another Paintstream here at Country Fried Minis. Today's going to be actually the 50th episode, since last time we did the 50th episode, we had some technical difficulties. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Nate, welcome. Iron Elemental, welcome. David Fayefe, right? Fayefe. Yeah, may I get Howdy Imaging Computers. Thank you for the awesome background. Well, thank you for choosing to spend your time here while we get a little work done at Country Fried Minis. Where am I at? Okay, so we still have the mess here from the what you call it, the brush brawl. I think I have my parchment sheet from before. Yeah, I have the Chargers parchment sheet there. We can get back to it. Nailed it, sir, says David. Yes, awesome. I try to remember. I try to pay attention. I am the streamer who cares. Ish. Oh, yeah. Onilab will come back out. No worries there, Dirtpool. Onilab will return shortly. But first, we're going to hydrate this here. What they call it? Hydrofoam. Hydrofoam for my wet palette. Let's see, we got the palette cam set up. I guess y'all can tell I have not touched this paint studio since our brush brawl. Haven't even looked at it. The light has been off over in this corner, and we've got nothing done. My nails are a bit of a mess tonight. I hope they're not too bad for the camera. I need to really give them a good scrub, but I didn't. It's fine. Fine. All right, so tonight I think what we're going to do is we're going to kick back. We're going to take our time. We're going to paint on our little Charger boy. Try and get it ready for the Charger episode coming up. My paper towels are across the room. Let me go grab those. I'll be right back. I'm here. All right. Camera came back. I needed my paper towels. I realized I didn't have them because I need to sop up a little of this extra moisture. I overfilled my wet palette just a little bit. So let's Let's dry up the excess. I got my camera over here, my phone, and the tripod. We're going to record. We're going to get some stuff going. Before we get too far into it, let's start out with one of these. Let's do that right there. That should go through with one click. One tap buy. Oh, dang it. You want my password? I can do that. I can do that. Boom. All right, who's playing right now? Follow the Trail by Future Ghost. All right. Let's let these messages play through. Kick out some steak biscuit memberships for the folks. Is it going to play it twice? Is that what's going on here? Or do we just have 5 of them? Ah, here it goes. It's going to read it off now.
Commodore Shepard has been in the steak biscuits for 4 months. Matt Holmberg joins the steak biscuits.
Matt Holmberg. It's not going to play the other ones? I guess not. Okay. Before we get rolling, we got a few more things to give some thanks to. Let's toss this one out there.
Spencer Good has been in the steak biscuits for 8 months.
Thank you for 8 months of steak biscuit support there, Spencer Good. Thank you so much for the support. We also have a new subby.
Reigning in Rio subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for the subscription, Reigning in Rio. I believe that's the guy we just encountered over in the Zomboid server. Emery says, hey, howdy, Emery. How goes it? Hope you're doing well this evening. For those of you out there who don't know, there's an option in your YouTube settings that'll allow for receipt of gifted memberships. I can't actually control who gets those, unfortunately, even though I'd like to. I'd love to be able to hand them out to specific people I see in here time and time again. And for those of you out there who really would love to support the channel, just know that for as little as $1 a month, you too could join up as a member on the channel in the Jelly Biscuits tier for 99 cents a month. It gives you access to a fun little a little badge next to your name, biscuit-based emojis, as well as priority consideration for community streamed events going forward. So, yeah, if you want to provide support, that's a way. Of course, the best support you could give is just watching the content, honestly. Number go up, make me feel good. Okay, so, tonight, we're just going to do a little more work on our Charger Lad. We're going to do some layering. We're going to try to build up the colors. Just resume the work we got into last Wednesday, before things kind of went south. Although we're just going to pretend like that night didn't happen and keep rolling right where we were at. So yeah, I think I got a little footage of putting the orange on. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to hit the orange. We're going to start layering this up, and then as we move forward into it, I'll record towards the end. So we're going to get out our, hey, Iron Elemental member for 3 months of Jelly Biscuits says, and you can spam this sometimes. I didn't know you could spam that into the chat. That's pretty cool. Yes, bragging rights. Brag about the biscuits. Brag about the biscuits. I don't think I can actually give a biscuit with my Cameron Thurston account. So, if y'all see me in there as Cameron Thurston, that's because, well, I have 2 YouTube accounts. One is the Country Fried Minis proper, and the other one, of course, is me, Cameron Thurston. Cameron A. Thurston, my initials spell cat, by the way. Yeah, so I try very hard to cultivate the content that gets fed to the Country Fried Minis account. So if I'm browsing something that doesn't fit my tailored algorithm, I do it on my personal account. Yeah. Get this good and shook up. Thank you, Honey Lab. Alright, so let's start with a little bit of thinned out. A little bit of thinned out Naranja Intenso. A little bit of bright orange from Vallejo. I think about 3-4 drops of it. And then we'll add, let's see, 2 drops of water, maybe? That feels about right. And I got a brush around here somewhere, which is heckin' crusty. Let's clean that as well. It wouldn't be a Country Fried Mini stream if we were not starting with dirty tools, because I never clean nothing. Let me serve as a lesson as to why you should clean your tools. What does it do as I say, don't do as I do? Lasagna. Emery has made a pan of lasagna with 8 layers and gave 61 slices to himself. Amazing. Dude, I'm trying to imagine, like, how big would a lasagna have to be to feasibly make 61 slices out of it? Or, like, could you just make a regular size lasagna and slice it into 61 slices? Yeah, indeed. I didn't even know it was possible that the variables could pick the same, because it's Nightbot. It's $ open parentheses user close parentheses to make the it read your name out when you do a command, and then the other one is $ open parentheses to user to user to for the second one. I'm gonna try it as well and see if it does it to me. Where's the exclamation point on this? So what is it? Lasagne. Let's see. I guess there's a target name on lasagna. Yeah, it should go. Oh, it might be broken. It might be broken actually. Yeah, I think that's, interesting. Oh, it is a target name. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. If you don't include a second name, you got to do lasagna and then name. Kotex241 says currently drinking in the pub, can't hear or respond, but thanks to whoever gifted me a membership. Well, yes, sir. You're quite welcome. Also, a reminder that cream pies are a violation of terms of service. Join the Country Fried OnlyFans if you want to know more. There have been six requests for Country Fried OnlyFans. If we get 69 requests for Country Fried OnlyFans, I will do a sexy photo shoot in a cowboy outfit. Thank you, Cam Thurston. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm Cameron. 71 layer lasagna might be 4 feet tall. I believe it. Wait, I think Binging with Babish actually did a like 100 layer lasagna or something recently. Pearl necklace. No. We're not making that one a command. That's not happening. Absolutely not. Incorrigible, even.
Incoming super chat. 10 euros from Iron Elemental. This man keeps paint in bags and applies it with dry sticks to his models. Trend professional if ever I see one.
Trend professional, yes. I am indeed a trend professional. Thank you for the generous donation, Iron Elemental. Rest assured that all funding goes directly back into the channel, whether via upgrades or new models or fun projects or just pizza for my belly. It all comes back. And I do keep painting bags. Actually, I don't keep the painted bags. I just use the painted bags. Here is the bag of paint from the other day. And actually, to give some credit to Paint in a Bag, to give a little bit of credit over to Paint in a Bag, this paint is absolutely still usable. I could use this paint right now. Although this is off-brand Paint in a Bag because it's got a zip seal. An official Paint in a Bag does not have a zip seal. Just a flap. But I am surprised that this is like not dried out at all. I guess the acrylic binding material needs more oxygen exposure to pop off. Alright, so let's get in on our model, and I think we need to use a pretty small brush. I think we're gonna stick to this 20-0 liner. If I recall correctly, that's what we were working with before. So let's treat that one with a little bit of acetone as well, since it's still filthy, since I never clean my brushes. This is the way, though. Dirty, filthy equipment. It allows me a moment to look at chat and listen to music and waffle on while I clean things up. Alright, I think that'll do. We dump it directly in the trash can, and then who knows if it's going to eat through like the plastic bags or anything. It'll be fine. I think there's enough paper towels in there to make up for it. Alright, we'll give it a little rinse, and then that tastes like acetone still. Alright, let's dump into this. Dump? Yes, dump. We got a nice thin batch of our intense orange here. Our bright orange, I should say. Naranja intenso. And we're just gonna keep going around and try to build up this color. Remembering that it's really like, it is not a great tone for building smooth coverage. I find that is true of all the really bright colors, bright oranges, bright yellows, yeah, stuff like that. Oh shit, I just realized I still had Discord capture on. I hope it wasn't causing any problems or echoes or anything. What was I doing? I am popping up this thing, so I want to zoom in on what we're doing. There we go. We listen to Howdy Habibi? Yes, yes we are. I knew what it was. I know the music on this channel. Alright, so while we layer on this orange, what I'm going to do is try to stick to the edges of the panels with each layer of it. I think I mentioned before that because this is like a fairly transparent color and we've got it thinned down pretty light, we can actually layer the color up just using the color that we have and use its transparent translucency, you know, its see-through properties to build up some layers on these panels and actually use that one color as a way to get more more layers in there. Is this camera like half-ass focused? I can't really tell. It might be a little out of focus. I was playing back the brush brawl to check the VOD, and it seemed a little off. I'm a little worried. I could try to do the autofocus thing again, but if I recall, it struggles. Emery says, back in the day, painting rail parthas with a toothpick and 12 enamel paints from plastic car model set was a thing. It was during the dial-up BBS era. Oh, heck yeah. I actually caught my dad painting a old model with a toothpick a couple years ago. It was an awesome experience. Zemer coming in saying, thank you for another wonderful Battletech stream. Well, thank you for choosing to stop by and spend your evening with us here on Country Fried Menus. Tonight's mech we're working on is Grinning Idiot's charger. I can't remember what it's actually called for legally distinct purposes, but I did some modifications for it. This model is for an upcoming charger video here in the next month or two. I had it initially announced a release date for it, but what we're just gonna get it out when we get it out, instead of stressing too much about a deadline. But it should be a fun project. Basically, folks have submitted custom charger variants for a Solaris 7 Showdown set in the year 3134, just the year before the Republic of the Sphere kind of collapses, and folks have unlimited funds and unlimited technology access. So my entry has, how many was it? It's like 8 small lasers and 6 small pulse lasers, and then a large pulse laser, a small shield, and a chameleon light polarization system, which I did not actually replicate on this model. I didn't think about it actually, but I'm going to be painting my model here in official Country Fried Mercenaries colors, which are it's a very bright orange, and then a very bright yellow, and then like a gray black or a brown black. Both are acceptable. To achieve the brown black, basically I put the black down and then I've washed it with Agrex Earthshade, so it's got a bit of a brownish tint to it. Yeah, it's the colors from the logo. Rusher, linebacker, something, foosball, knuckle daddy, cockpit adjuster. I can't remember what it's called. Shit, you know what? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up for you guys. Let's see. Grinning Idiot Charger. It's on Cults 3D, and it is called Chunky Jogger. It's a lovely sculpt set. It's got multiple poses. It's got multiple it has multiple variants, so you're getting a ton of models. If you like a charger, if you want a good sculpt of a charger that has that classic feel, it's actually somewhere in between the classic feel and the new one, which I really dig. It prints really well, so definitely check out the link in the description down below if you want one yourself, and head over and give Grinning Idiot some support over on Cults. It's only $3.31 for this file. It's an absolute steal. This variant here, what I've done is I've got some laser files. So I've added a whole bunch in Blender. Let's see, a bunch here and there and there and there. I think these ones are the default that are on the body. So I've added these in. And then we added the shield. And I gave him some truck nuts, or in this case, mech balls. If you cut down a cactus in Arizona, you'll be penalized up to 25 years in jail. It is similar to cutting down a protected tree species. Emery says you will become a man as Constant Saguaro. Yes. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Your wit is duly noted, good sir. Alright, so Anyhow, back to where we're at hand on the paint job. We're just building back up our orange after that wash. In my typical fashion, it definitely adds a little more work to do it this way, but I don't know, it kind of creates a really dirty, dark tonality to the model that I really dig. So I put the base color down and then I just completely flood it with ink. Really, really heavy. Not worrying about pooling, and in fact using some of the pooling to my advantage. But yeah, we just, for our, basically what amounts to our highlight 1 layer, we're reestablishing the base tone now. Just the same color right over top of the color that was there before, leaving a little bit of that Agraxar shade showing in choice locations. We're also going to take this opportunity to ensure that our boundary between the two colors is really crisp. Basically, it's not a super even line. It's not like super straight edges going from the one color to the next, but it is a hard cutoff. It's not going to be blended. We just want to run that orange right up to the yellow. And I might make some irregularities to it at some point. I'm not really sure, just going with the feel as we work. Always making sure we have good grip on the model. And I'm sure you notice I have my thumb on the base here. I find that these the grippers on this paint handle can be a little iffy sometimes. So I like to give it a little extra, little something extra. Once again, thanks so much for stopping through tonight. It's always super exciting to see folks in here checking out the stream, checking out what's going on here in the painting corner. I regret that I don't get more painting done. I was actually thinking about it recently, and so regulars of the channel will know that I'm in my last semester of this bachelor's degree from San Francisco State. And here in just a couple months, I'm going to be free with nothing but time. So I'm thinking of really stepping it up and doing more paint streams, get more models done. I doubt I will produce like full-length content any faster, but I think I could get more models painted quicker and spend a little more time here hanging out on the paint station. Thinking I might even do like a daily stream for maybe a month or so and see how it goes. Well, daily during the week, something like that. We shall see. 'Cause honestly, I ain't got too much going on outside of the streaming, hanging out. Heck, when I'm not streaming, I'm hanging out with the community in Discord. Which, speaking of, if you're not already a member of the Country Fried Minis Discord, make sure to check it out in the description down below. It also gets spammed in the chat every now and then by Nightbot. We'd love to see what you're working on. Even if you're just playing video games or drawing pictures, whatever you're doing, you're more than welcome to come through and hang out and share what you got going on. Furthermore, if you're out there creating some kind of content, I would love to see you come through and drop what you got going on in our self-promotion section. Love to see it. Plus, you know, we hang out. There's multiple voice channels. Play video games together. Come on, true. join the CFM community. I see a few spots where I left some bad support. I'm actually going to try to clean that one. I don't know if y'all can see it with the focus here, but there's a little support lump right there. I think I'm going to try to dig that out real quick. So I got a good hobby knife for that. This one is not sharp enough. This one is sharp enough, but the blade's real big. Commander Shepard said, I always see you in there, but I'm too cowardly to jump in. Well, we do hang out there. Another Nate says you shouldn't be scared. Yeah, you should just come in and act like you own the place. That's the way. Because, I mean, this corner is owned by the Country Fried Minis community. Shit, I need to put like I need to hire out an artist maybe to draw chat. I need chat. I need like a little picture that reflects chat, that is chat, and then I will do a little 8x10 glossy. We might even put it right there. Right there. We'll put chat on the wall. That'd be funny. I like silliness. I don't know about y'all, but I really do. Too awkward to sit at the cool kids table. Well, would anybody describe us as cool? I think we're a bunch of nerds over here, and nerddom is cool. We don't play those grade school, high school cliques. We all hang out and play with little plastic toys and play video games and draw pictures and make silly jokes and appreciate anime and hentai. No, not hentai. Don't be posting hentai in the fucking community. I'm kidding. About the hentai thing. Not seriously. Don't be posting adults content. We keep it pervy, but not pinnacly. What is this? Ingrid Witt's Drama? I love this track. Super nerds. Yes, we have capes. Actually, I don't have a cape, but I do have an apron. And it's kind of like a cape, just worn on the front. Same thing, right? If you had a big enough cape, you could wrap it around and use it as an apron. Can you imagine trying to pull off a cape, though? Like, unironically going out in public with a cape on. It just seems like a recipe for disaster. Alright, so we're making a little progress here. We're just putting orange down. This is the layering stream. Not a super interesting topic, but it does really showcase how much work is actually involved for when you're doing these brighter colors. I suppose I could use a bigger brush here as well. That might be the way. Finding spots that look a little too dark and giving them some love. Let's see, can I bring this camera in a little further? If I do the 65-degree angle. It's a little out of focus. Not too bad though. We've already got the saturation cranked. Not the saturation, the sharpness to make it focus a little better anyways. I wonder if I could get away with turning that down now that we have the focus fixed though. Let's actually give it a go. Let's see what'll happen if I do that. I think I've tried this before, but I can't remember. Alright, autofocus is off. Saturation is interesting. Let's see. Yeah, y'all see how it like the camera kind of muddies some of the details? It's almost got like it almost has like a softening effect. It's wild. The Brio's really good for capturing faces, but I've discovered, I know I've mentioned it before, I've discovered it's really bad at capturing our fun little detailed models. Where actually is our focus? It seems like it's in there. It's got a decent depth of field, like it's holding where my hand is. What y'all think? Is it better with the sharpness? Aprons with the capes are professionals. Yes, I agree. Iron Elemental says, I played my first game of Modern Necromunda tonight. Got absolutely tabled, learned why, and had a blast. You know, I think it's a mark of a good game if you can lose really bad and still have a good time. Winning isn't everything, but like a game that's still fun to lose at is great, which is kind of why I like Battletech so much. It's so RNG heavy that like who knows who's gonna win, man. One lucky cockpit hit and some bad dice and you're on the ground. Yeah, I guess y'all can see that all right. We're gonna try to use this without the super blasted sharpness for a little while. Another Nate says, all right, lemon cake bites and a beer, time to enjoy some painting. That's an interesting choice. The super acid, like sweet citrus plus a bitter beer ski. Funny. Nightbot claiming once again, instead of an agent, Bill Murray uses a 1-800 number where you can leave a message for him if you want to cast him for a movie or event. Yeah, and that 1-800 number is not publicly available. We've had this discussion, Nightbot. I'm aware. And it is not 1-800 Bill Murray. Actually, calling 1-800 Bill Murray and clicking through the prompts there will get you scam calls. So don't call 1-800 Bill Murray. They didn't even know who Bill Murray was. I was so irritated that I played along with the scammers and then like wasted their time. Got them all the way to the point of like where they wanted my information, and then I gave them fake information. They tell me I won something, and I'd be like, okay, now how do you send the stuff? They're like, oh, you need to give us your bank. They were silly. I explained to them multiple times that I was trying to get in touch with Bill Murray, and they never like, they had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Okay, so we're building up orange. We just want to build up enough that when we go back in with our chipping effects, that it'll still like, it'll be fine. We'll still have enough bright orange down to work. We also want to start thinking about highlight colors here. I think in the case of this model, we'll use a little bit of yellow. We'll pump some yellow highlights into it and kind of blend it together with the yellow. Kind of unify the paint scheme. Just want to find our spots where the coverage is a little weak and build it back up slowly. Slowly. It's very subtle. It's very kind of mind-numbing to work this much to build these layers, but it's fine. It's a perfect task to work on if you got like a podcast or some kind of radio show playing in the background. I actually would recommend Night Shift, or not Night Shift, Night Vale. Night Shift is also very good, but you're missing out if you're not like watching the content. Check out Night Vale. It's really good stuff. It's like a crazy radio show type format. All right, our orange is starting to get a little thick on one side. So I think what we're gonna do is give it a good blend down. If I could find my 6 round. So this end, yeah, it's really chunky over there. It's very chunky already. Then the poop truck showed up and ruined your attempt at voiceover night. Poop truck? When was that? What night was that? God, that feels like ages ago. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a drop of fluid retarder to this. Get a little bit of our Winsor and Newton fluid retarder. Pretty sure this is just glycerin or glycerol. I don't remember which is which. It's also going to thin down our paint a little bit more, but it's gonna give a little more longevity. I think because we put that paint on top of dried out acrylic here on the palette, it's not like wicking through the wet palette on a significant portion of it. So we'll just use the fluid retarder instead. Moriarty edit stream. Yes. Yep. And I think I told the community on Discord what keeps bringing the plumbers out here time and time again. Someone in my building is flushing clean wipes down the toilet and causing clogs, causing very bad clogs. Management actually put a bunch of notices on everyone's door saying, hey, you can't flush these things, and this is what is causing the problem. And if it is determined that you are the one doing it, you will be liable for the cost of repairs. Kind of wild. Let's see. Worst thing I ever did plumbing wise here. Let's see. I hand wash clothes in my bathtub to save on money. And one day I was rinsing my hand wash clothes in my bathtub, and I had a sock go right down the drain. It didn't cause any problems, but it sure just went right down the drain. And it was gone. I'm shocked that it didn't cause any problems. I was expecting the plumber to show up, but nothing ever came of it. So I think I dodged a bit of a bullet there. But no, I don't flush wet wipes. Of course, I use grape leaves like a reasonable individual. and then I throw my grape leaves in the composter afterwards. None of this wet wipe nonsense. I want it nice and rough. No, it was the Tanya. Ah, yes, the Tanya. You know, I still haven't finished painting her base. If you could believe it. I don't even know where it's at. It's over there somewhere on that messy table. I still have a few layers to do on building up the rocks. And there's like some arrows and swords sticking out. I think we'll do those closer to the release date for the Tanya. What was it, May 22nd? It's the Tanya Day. That one does have a hard deadline. And a reminder to the community and folks who are catching this via the algorithm, whatever. We're doing a pinup special for Titania Day on May 22nd. I'd love to feature community painted pinups. Let's see, I got Titania right here. You need to spend at least 10 hours on your model. It's about a try-hard piece. She's dusty from sitting up on my shelf. But there's my submission. We still got to get the base done. But she was a lot of fun. We'll have a video, a nice fun video about painting her up. But yeah, get you out a model. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pinup. Well, it has to be a pinup, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like a stupid sexy lady. It could be a hunky lad. It could be a robot. It could be whatever you're painting up, as long as you could reason that it is a pinup in some way, and you spend at least 10 hours painting on it. Anyhow, let's put her back up in storage. And back to the work. At least 15 hours was last call. Yeah, that happened again. At least 15 hours. You said Octavia? The original community gas in Section 9. Yeah. Octavia Grimm's daughter? I got her right here. She came out alright. Color's a little blowed out on the camera here. Fun little model. I also have Moriarty right here. You know, these models, they go up on the shelf and they don't go nowhere. They sit right there. Shit, I got Runa here too. She come out all right. I really see the issue with the sharpness when I have this model out. See if I can. Let's see. So if I come over here and I crank the sharpness, you immediately can see that it dials in the focus a little better. I wonder if there's a happy medium. ADHD powers activate. Let's maybe try in the middle. I think boosted up a little bit is fine without going too far. Of course, my favorite model up here might be this one. It's very dusty. The little kitty cats from what's her face? Edna? Edna lives on my desk up here. She's got little kitty cats too. Little tiny cats. Let's see, where's she at? Right there. I thought about maybe selling some of these or giving them away, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to have the whole chronicle of CFM kind of sitting right up there on my desk. I got my Vikings mixed up. Titania is a Viking. I guess she is. She's got the wing thing going on. So is she a Valkyrie maybe? I don't know. I was kind of picturing more akin to Sonya the Red. I don't really know. I don't know. Alright. So let's give y'all a little insight into my process here. I'm actually a little bored of working on orange. So what we'll do is we'll finish putting a layer on this section right here on the inside of the arm where I haven't gotten to yet. And then we'll pull out some yellow and try to keep the painting task fresh. And entertaining by swapping to another color while the orange settles in and dries. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, who's next? I wonder if I should just turn back on... Where's desk cam? Turn on desk cam. Yeah, then y'all can see the palette. Alright, so we're gonna get out our Oni Lab. We're gonna get out our Amarillo Intenso. Sonia was absolutely a Viking. Okay. I did not know. I don't know. I don't know these things. Nightbot is dropping a repeat factoid, telling us that the lead singer of The Offspring started a tennis school to achieve a doctorate in molecular biology while still in the band. He graduated in May 2017. Yes. We know this fact. Give us something new, Nightbot. Give us something new. Let's do one of these. Come on, chat. Let me do chat. Exclamation point. Cat. Alright. So we're going to get out. We're going to film this. Got my little phone. We unlock the screen. We hit camera. Go to more. Pro video. Try to get this in a good position. Tell you, it's rough. It's rough to straddle this thing and actually be able to work with it. I think we'll go that way. If we go sideways, I can make it maybe... What the heck? How? I'm dumb. That's all that is. I was freaking out about why the knob was gone, and it's just because the knob got flipped around. Okay, we got this set up. I guess we'll actually just damn. You know, I'm an inept idiot. We want to spin this around. I'm mucking with the camera mount. Bear with me, y'all. Alright. Get this set up. We get Oni Lab out. We hit record. We show our yellow to the camera. We jab it down in Oni Lab. And let it run for a moment. I like that it's walking off frame steadily. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, thank you, Oni Lab. Alright, then we get our... I'm going to leave the palette in the corner there, actually, I realized, so y'all can see it in the palette cam. I'm going to set my focus down there. I'm going to get out a little bit of our yeller. This isn't our old yeller, but our new yeller. The newest yeller in my collection. I don't think that's true, actually. The lemon yellow may be the newest. We're going to do 2 drops of water. We go back and find our brush we used for the orange, which is still wet with orange. So we're going to clean it really quick. Another Nate has given the cat a biscuit. I don't know if cats need biscuits. Is that a bad idea to give your cat biscuit? Pretty sure it is, right? Cats don't need to be eating carbs. Then again, my experience with cats is like, my cats have always wanted to like smell what I'm cooking with, but they never actually want to eat it. Except for my last cat. I was still a meat eater at the time too, and she would demand Spam if I cooked with Spam. So I'd always have to cut her off a little piece or two and let her enjoy it. Cat was a Spam eater. Alright, so I got a little too much moisture. Let's get rid of some of that moisture. We're going to get back to putting yellow on our boy here. Have I stirred this yet? I haven't stirred it yet. Have I? I don't know if I stirred it already. God. I hope none of y'all out there think I actually know what I'm doing. Because I assure you, I do not. Alright. Let's get some yellow on this lad. Who are we listening to now? It's another Ingrid Witt track. I'm just going to take our yeller. Make sure the brush isn't too saturated because we got some little tight areas to work on here. We're going to build up the color, kind of focusing on edges. Just want to build up the yellow. This is another one of those colors that has really, really abysmal coverage, especially when thinned out like this. But we're going to use that translucency once again to our advantage. I'm sure there are better methods to paint these colors. But this is the one I've chosen. And it is through this method we will find paint scheme that we're looking for. I'm just going to switch back and forth between yellow and orange, a little bit of black. Maybe a little bit of gray to highlight it up. And once we get our tones built up, we can do the sponge chipping and the basing and all that fun stuff, and it'll look great. A little bit of freehanding at the end. Cat doesn't have to eat biscuit, but if cat wants biscuit, cat can has. But the cat wants cheeseburger, right? Isn't that the whole thing? Can it has cheeseburger? And the answer, of course, is no. Cat cannot have cheeseburger. I'll tell you, the one thing my cat would always get like super excited about was soup. If I made like some ramen, the cat would like grab my wrist and try to pull the bowl down to it. It wanted to smell the hot steam coming off the broth. Wanted to know. Didn't want anything to do with it, just wanted to smell it. Just had to approve. Cat approved. Was it kid tested, mom approved? In this case, it's government tested, cat approved. Let's see if I can get this in frame. Ah, yes. Y'all know who this one's for. and why it's still here. Who is this track by? Oh, it's Lucas Naki. Very lullaby-y. Lullaby-y. No can has cheeseburger. Yeah, exactly. Cat cannot have cheeseburger. No cheeseburger for cat. Absolutely not. Isn't dairy like actually really bad for cats? I seem to remember something about that. Building up our intense yellow. What is this color actually called? Deep yellow. It's not super deep. It's actually kind of greenish even. I guess that makes sense. But we're just gonna hit our panels. We'll find the areas where we want the most color. We can keep it real rough right now because it takes a couple layers anyways. Just want to build it up. This color just seems strange. I want to build it up. Build it up nicely. Do a couple layers of it. Re-establish our base tone, and then also establish some highlight tones at the same time while we're working it all together. You know how it goes. A little bit at a time is how it goes. I think there's probably a better way to do this. I have maybe made a bit of a mess for myself in this method of application. In fact, that's 8 minutes of footage. We're going to stop filming for a moment at least. Come on, meow. And let's crack into tonight's bubble water. Let me show it to the camera for y'all. Tonight we're drinking on Crystal Geyser, as always. But we're going with a little bit of the old ruby grapefruit flavor. Humans are about the only species that continues to consume milk and milk products into adult. Yeah, it's weird. Actually, I mean, seriously think about that for a moment. That we continue to consume milk of another species, multiple other species nonetheless, into adulthood. That's very strange. Good stuff. I don't know if they're like bottled waters of any, anything special, but the Crystal Geyser bubble water has been very satisfying. Very satisfying. All right. Let's see if I'm not worried about filming, if I can work a little faster here. Just want to start re-establishing our yellow. We're going to leave some of that brownie tone in some choice spots and try to keep our barrier between the two colors there really sharp. Excuse me, I'm burping up bubble water. Like a little bit of a latch here on these panels. I don't know if you'd call it a latch. It's like a connection point, a hinge. think is probably more accurate. I'll pick it out. Try to leave the area around it in that there, like, embrowned color. Alright. There's like it's like an angle change to the panel underneath that vent or whatever that is on the back. So we're going to try to leave that brown. Same here, there's like an angle change to this facing. So we want to leave a bit of that ink wash color showing through. Anywhere where the two panels meet together, we want to leave that color. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to cover over a lot of this with oils later. You know what? This is two lullaby tracks too close to each other. I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna skip you, Champions Day. Who's next? This one's also a little bit of lullaby territory, but I like it. I like this track. Nope, it's only us. Yeah. It is very strange. It is a very, very strange thing to... Milk is weird. I'm just thinking, like, about the first guy who convinced his peers to drink cow titty juice. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? But, like, to drink the titty milk of a cow. Silly. People do silly things. I mean, then again, you know, someone at some point figured out sea urchins as food. All right, so we're making very slow progress building up yellow. I'm kind of regretting my color choices here, honestly. I should have built up from maybe a darker tone. I maybe need to buy a bottle of Averland Sunset or something similar. If this was like solid yellow, I definitely would build it up with dry brushing. But in this case, I want nice, clean transitions between tones. It's fine. It'll look great in the end. It's just going to take a few more extra layers than I was anticipating, because the coverage on this stuff is really bad. It's also a bit of a trade-off here too. I could get better coverage if I apply it thicker, but then it'd look really chunky. So we don't want to do that. Just in hindsight, may have not been a great technique for streamed content. But it's fine. We're gonna plug along. Y'all can suffer with me in real time. How long have we been at this? We've been at this about an hour. I'm anxious to see what these layers are going to look like here in about another 40 minutes or so. I think we'll just juggle back and forth between these two really like bad coverage colors. Just slowly build it up, a little at a time. Eventually it starts to look nice and solid. Just takes a little bit of patience. I think paint jobs like this are really good for working on while you're doing something else. Maybe you're grinding something in your video game that takes time. For instance, well, I've been playing Project Zomboid recently, and hooking up solar panels in that game takes 15 minutes or so IRL time to hook each one up. So I could see, like, you queue up a panel, you paint a few layers of yellow, you check in on your progress, you paint a few more layers of yellow, that kind of stuff. Something like that, at least. Again, we're just, as we build up this color, we're sticking to the sharper edges. You can see, like right here, what we're working on, that the ink wash kind of concentrated down here at the bottom. So we can take advantage of the translucency of this paint and preserve some of that effect there. It's like, it's tedious now, but we're also savoring ourselves a couple layers in other colors. There we go. That looks pretty nice already. No, I'm eating a pastry and my dog is sitting next to me loudly breathing in my face. Oh yeah, that's your dog's way of asking, can I have pastry? Another Nate says, as a concept, milk is disgusting. As a food, glorious. To be fair, that first milk drinker was likely a baby whose dad was desperate to feed his child when mom died of eclampsia. I mean, yeah. It makes sense. Nate says, reading a level 4 skill book. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I took Fast Reader. And actually, like, I maybe could have skipped Fast Reader, actually. And just, you do downtime activities like layering yellow. I definitely think there's some appeal to games that have like downtime moments. Getting stuck in doing nothing but the grind really sucks, but like I do kind of like a game that I can half play. I can just like set off to the side and work on while I'm doing something else. The heck track is this? Who's this? Oh, the City's Divine Comedy. Kind of like this one. I guess that's why it's in the library. I like the part where he goes bub 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 bub. Just building up our yellows here, making it bright again. I think this yellow is going to transform a little faster than the orange was. Spin around. Let's hit the top of this thing. Oh no. That is missed ink wash. I took can't reader. Ketchup and mustard neck. The dog. Yeah, let's get our Agrex Earth Shade out and fix this little spot where we missed. This Agrex is getting real low. It's had some pigment settle out of it. Ketchup, all I see is mustard and cheese. This is orange. He's orange and yellow and black. And it's kind of like half of the model is black. Half of the model is black, and then the top half is split between the two tones. Have you played Burger Time? I've not played Burger Time. Is it Burger Time? Alright, we need to get a little bit of ink here where we missed it. Burger Time. It's always Burger Time. Alright. Okay, so since we just put ink on it, we have to switch back to our previous color. Here, I'll pull this over here. Let's see if this is dried out. It is pretty dried out where it's sitting on top of the other color, but this area that's touching the parchment is still nice and workable. So we're gonna push the stuff that's drying out into the moistened area here. Yeah, we'll work with that. It's an old arcade game. It's extremely fun, to be honest. You got to go between layers to drop pieces of burger down to the bottom. Like one tier is an onion, the next is patty, next is a bun. Yeah, there's baddies going between the levels up and down the ladders. You can drop a piece of burger on them. Wait, you can throw onions at people? That's kind of awesome. Ah, yes, it was like Tetris, but board gear. Board gear. All right, so we're back to our orange. We're gonna buy a little time, and I don't know if y'all can tell, since we've already built up a little bit on those previous passes, when we go back and hit it again with the orange, we're really establishing this color and making it super bright now, which is great. We can really start to get some contrast between the tones. I want to make sure that this boundary here is nice and crisp as well. Do that. Kind of just like applying this color and then feathering it up. If that makes any sense. Just don't give it too much thought. Just go. Just put it on and make it work. I think that's all supposed to be orange back there. And then if we see little holes in the color, we can fill it in too. I kind of pioneered doing this technique for a buddy of mine had me paint a bunch of orcs who had red armor. And I had really, really, really crappy red paint at the time. And I used the really bad coverage. Took advantage of that property to do this kind of layering technique, and you basically get multiple layers out of the one color. This is more Haidari Habibi? Yeah, it sure is. No. Oh, the city. Yeah, oh wait, I'm conflating too. Oh, the city did Haidari Habibi. My eyelids are fighting gravity again. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Please enjoy your sleepy time, good sir. Yeah. Wait. When you drop down a piece, it comes down and hits the next layer and bounces, so you can chain reaction the burger downward. I see. Nightbot reminding folks that cream pies are a violation of TOS. And join the CFOF if you want to know more. Been 7 requests for the CFOF. Oh man, it's an inevitability that I'll have to do the sexy photo shoot. Pick some flattering attire. Show off some of the tattoos y'all haven't seen. No, I'm not. There's no way. I'll delete that command before we hit 69 requests. No way it happens. Uh-oh. So thick.
Incoming super chat. 10 euros from Iron Elemental. I'm ahead of to Dreamland and have me a nice wet CFOF dream. Thanks for the fun.
Holy shit, thank you for the donation. That's that's a little I don't know how to feel about that one, Iron Elemental, to be honest. Let's check. Let's check real quick. Nice wet CFOF cream. Gross. Oh no, he's already 54% moist. For fuck's sake. Alright. Holy moly. I like the part where it goes bum 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 bum. You know, it's nuts that there's some subtlety in the coverage of the paint here that's not really coming through on the camera. I'll have to boost it up with the next layers, I think. So we're just gonna keep building our orange. I'll build up our orange, then go back building up our yellow here in a moment. Definitely more effort than I usually put in on a battle mech. I kind of feel like the contrast dry brush stuff is a really good way to, Spencer says, I'm traumatized, yeah. If you do this, you must be aware that I will immediately drop everything to render the event in glorious hand-smooshed clays. Nightbot coming in with factoid saying a acetaminophen, one of the most popular painkillers, restrains masculinity and dulls emotions. It's been rejected in 1887 for its side effects. Been approved in 1955. Almost slithering out of my bed sheets at that moist level rating. This will be a success. Good night. Oh no. This will be a success. No. Oh, the phrasing. Good Lord. We have fun here. This is a nice, mature community that never makes silly sex jokes, that never snickers at boobies. Yeah, we're nice, level-headed, trained professionals here. Absolute, yeah, something like that. Wet paint is 73% moist. I think it is about 73% moist. That sounds accurate to me. Because I keep hitting dry spots every now and then. Building up some tones here. We're making it work. That gets some orange, and then this gets some orange too. And then we'll do a little bit right here. There's no one there, you know. I don't know, what's the mood old Ava Lowe's trying to sell with this track here? Alright, so we're building up the visor, but not 100% sure how I feel about the shadow placement on this one, though. I've ended up with a little bit of a shadow right here on the top, and I think I'm just gonna roll with it because that's where the man, that really doesn't show up in the camera there at all. It's just where the ink wash decided it would be, and we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna use that. Take advantage. I'm still most moist. 96% moist, 69% sus. Last check. Country fried and 95% country fried. Yes. Well, I mean that. Yeah, that checks out. Absolutely checks out. Absolutely checks out. You know what? In that case, we'll do one of these. We'll do that, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and we'll hit the button. It's country fried. It's country fried. Okay, no, there it is. There it is. 40% country fried. Yeah, no way. No, I'd say I don't think you're all that country fried. I think you're a little more serious. A little more serious. You put on a serious face. I do need a soundbite from you though, honestly. Your country fried imitation is kind of fucking on point. I'm pretty serious sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Could eat that much lasagna. I'm pretty serious sometimes, yes. I had lasagna 2 nights ago. Case of raid the freezer and hunt for any pre-prepared food. Yeah. Plus, pre-prepared lasagna is something special. It's always better the next day. I actually utilize that trick when I make spaghetti sauce sometimes. I'll prep and make my nice veggie loaded sauce, and I'll toss it in the fridge, and then actually make the pasta or the lasagna, whatever I'm doing the next day, with the pre-made and chilled sauce. It's like next day pizza. Don't get me wrong, hot and fresh pizza, like fresh delivered, when it's gooey, drippy, like burn your mouth hot, it's great. But day 2 pizza, oh my god, it's something special. I'm even an absolute heathen in that I'm quite partial to pizza that is not only the next day, but has set out all night in room temperature in the pizza box without being in the fridge. It's got like a there's a quality to it I can't quite eloquently describe. I kind of think I just associate it with good memories of good times drinking with friends. Dream is 79% country fried. I like pizza fresh only. That quality's called bacteria. Yeah, I think that's correct. Oh, I'm interested to see if the sus, it did indeed take the apostrophe without messing up. 41% sus seems about right. Spotty as shark, what is wrong with you? You know, I wish I had an answer for that. You know, there's something special going on. You know, special. If I had to put my finger on it, it could potentially be all the paint I've eaten over the years. I don't really know. It's going to be a good rest. Bye for reals on that one. I'll catch the VOD tomorrow. Well, thank you for stopping by, good sir. Thank you for sharing your evening with us. Is this working? Let's do this. Is this working? No, I need to do... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Oh yeah, gotta let a good bolognese sit for a day. Yeah, so my spaghetti sauce, let's see. Alright. So you take your pan and you get you a good high quality olive oil. It's important to have a good quality olive oil. Make sure it's not like old and with any signs of rancidity. You want it nice quality olive oil. And get that kind of good and ripping hot in the pan. Not too high. You don't want to hit the smoke point. And you're going to toss in a whole white onion, a big one, about like yay size, like Onilab here maybe. Chopped down, real fine, nice dice on it, not a mince, but a fine dice. Whole thing, toss that whole thing in there. And then you want to take 3 to 4 medium zucchinis. And split them in half lengthwise, and then quarter them, and then slice them into little happy little triangles, and toss that in there in your nice ripping hot pan. And go in and stir it around. And I usually take this moment to start peeling my garlic and chopping my serrano peppers. Take you 3 serrano peppers, good medium ones. You get away with like 3 jalapenos if the serrano's too spicy, but the spice is really where it's at. You want some spice in there. Take your serranos, and I like to quarter them same way like the zucchinis, lengthwise, and then lengthwise again, then chop them down into a nice dice. Toss in there seeds and everything. You want the pith, you want the spice, and get that going. And now while that's cooking down, keep it stirring and peel your entire bulb of garlic, the whole thing, all of it. You want all the garlic, and you want to chop that garlic really fine. Give it a good crush and a chop, and you want to toss that in there. By now, your onion should be starting to get a little translucent, and your zucchini should start to be mushed up a bit. Get that garlic in there. Get that a-going. And then you're going to let that cook down. Stir it up. As you're stirring it up, you're going to get you 6 to 8 Roma tomatoes. And what I like to do is I cut them in half, and then scoop it out with a spoon. Comstar Knight 36 says, woohoo, I made it. Yeah. Welcome. We're describing my spaghetti sauce at this moment. And then keep it stirring up. You don't want it to burn. You do want to caramelize some of the stuff in the pan, though. You want to get that brown. You want to get like that, not the edge of burnt. That's not a good way to put it. You want a nice dark caramelization on it, but keep it stirring up. Scoop out the centers of those tomatoes. Get rid of them. You don't want the seeds. You don't want that internal gook. None of that. And then you're gonna dice up about the same size as your other chunks, the tomatoes. You're gonna toss those in the pan, and you're gonna let that cook. You're gonna let it cook down. You want a nice brown quality on your onions. You want a very dark caramelization. You want the garlic caramelized. You don't want it burnt, but you do want it dark. Get it good and cooked down. And then once you're satisfied with the caramelization, you want one of those big ass family size jars or cans of tomato sauce. Whatever your favorite tomato sauce is, toss it in there. I typically use the Safeway brand, or I can't remember the brand, the other like name brand cheap stuff. Doesn't matter. Get you some sauce in there. If you really want to make it rich, you could put in like a tablespoon of tomato paste before you add the Roma tomatoes. But you get that cooking down, you get a nice richness to it. Salt and pepper to flavor, and most importantly, put you about a tablespoon, maybe not a tablespoon, maybe a little less than a tablespoon, like 3/4 tablespoon. Put some MSG in there. Really good stuff. Let that simmer down. Let those flavors come together, and toss it in the fridge when you're done. And basically, this is the recipe that I make to like impress folks with a simple meal. And the way to make it spicy, and the way to elevate spaghetti to a fantastic, very impressive evening. When you're ready to cook your food, boil you up some spaghetti. Get your spaghetti ready. You want the noodles done and shocked with cold water afterwards. We're not going to do the pasta water stuff. I know that people emulsify their sauces with the pasta water. You don't need any of that for this. And when it's ready, you're ready to cook, you get your what is it, mise en place? You get your noodles ready, you get your capers ready, and you get your sauce ready to go. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get a ripping hot non-stick skillet. I mean hot. You want it high heat. Get you some oil in there. Let that oil heat up and get shimmering. You're gonna take your noodles that you're gonna serve and toss them in the pan in that ripping hot skillet. I mean hot, high heat. You want those noodles to hit the pan and go. You want it cooking. You hit it with a little salt and pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, whatever your preferred is. Put it on the noodles. Give you a tablespoon or so of capers in it, and then put the sauce in it over top. And you're stirring it the whole time. You want those noodles to get a little bit of caramelization on them as well. And then something magical happens with that tomato sauce and the hot oil and the noodles, and it just like breaks down to this really nice emulsified, like rich and flavorful experience. And you serve up your plate. Real simple, little salt and pepper on top, and all of a sudden you've taken like what most Americans perceive as a really stupidly simple dish, and you've elevated it to something that's like incredible. And it's completely vegan, and it's also a recipe to convert your meat-loving friends, not convert them to veganism, but like convince them that just an all-veggies dish can be really good. Yeah, I'll post that recipe at some point in the Discord if y'all want it. Another Nate says, I was starving once. Only food in the house was an onion, 2 bags of baby bell peppers, a sack of carrots, a can of tomato paste, and a jar of Italian herbs. It's so good I nearly died. Yeah, dude. That stuff's so simple. As a veggie man, as a non-meat feller, I always find it really funny when I'm talking to people about like a non-meat diet, and they're like, well, but vegan food is so expensive. No, it's not. You ever heard of a produce section, my guy? Vegetables. Vegetables is the good stuff. People like kind of assume that we add meat to our vegetables to make our vegetables better, but I think it's the other way around. I think there's a lot of meat dishes out there that we add vegetables to make the meat better. And let me be clear, I'm not telling y'all don't eat meat. I'm not trying to convert nobody. Just saying, onions and mushrooms and tomatoes and zucchinis and peppers and mushrooms and shit, even eggplant. God, vegetables are so good. Vegetables. I'm a big fan. It's good stuff. I likes it. Damn, I ought to do a cooking stream now. Get the kitchen cleaned up and like cook some actual food, and then at the end I'll deep fry a model. What could I do in 3 hours? Make like... I can make my spaghetti. Make my spaghetti on stream. Slurp it a few times into the mic for the ASMR quality. Let y'all enjoy those fantastic food noises into the mic directly. I don't think I could actually do that. I don't think I could. I'm not an enjoyer of food noises. Alright. So this orange is coming along kind of nicely. It's looking alright. Starting to build up some opacity where we want it. Retained its translucency where we want it. I think it's just about ready to switch off to like a highlight tone on it. I think we'll switch back to the yellow for a moment. I apologize too if I keep getting this out of frame. Unfortunately, when it's really zoomed in, it's easy to get it out of the shot. It's hard to remember to keep your wrist parked. All right. It's looking all right though. Looking pretty decent. I see like some thin orange here on the arm. So let's build that up a little bit right here in all this machinery. We'll leave some of that shadow stuff in there. I see a spot that got missed right here. Build that up some. Also, I didn't get any orange right here. I actually might go back in and make this join in metallic. But let's make it orange for now, and then we can decide later whether or not we're going to change that up. Do one of these right there. The back of that head nice and orange. Naranja. Me gusta. Me gusta mucho naranjas. Es una fruta muy deliciosa. También es un color fantástico. Okay. That looks all right. Little spot on the top of the head. We'll put a little orange back on. We're going to swap over to yellow for a bit and start building up our yellow as well. Yeah, looking good. Looking nice and sharp. We got some depth to all the panels and stuff now. So that's looking pretty good. Can I convert people if you want? I want to convert one specific person into a robot, but also a cat. I want to be a robo-cat, but not a cat bot. A cat bot. Cat bot. Like this. Moriarty. Cat bot. Very dry. Very dry at the moment. Let's see if Nightbot agrees. Does that work if you just say wet? Does it tell you how wet you are if you say that? Are you going to deny me, Nightbot? Are you paying attention? Yeah, I am very dry. Nightbot agrees. Alright, back to the yeller. And our yeller is kind of partially dried out. That's unfortunate. We're going to put a drop of our fluid retarder in it. Wow, right on top. Nightbot coming in saying red pandas have no living relatives. They aren't even related to giant pandas. It's like 20% moist. I think I also need... Got the ninja skills. Fucking Ava Lowe's music. So good. I wish she had more of a library. It's good stuff. We did remove, what was it, 1 track, 2 tracks from her that didn't really fit the bill. But damn, it's good stuff. So I just had the back of this paintbrush in my mouth, and I can taste that I've gotten UV resin on it at some point. 3D printing resin. It's a really good flavor. That flavor is persistent. Alright. I actually cleaned that brush that time, y'all. Be proud. Okay. Let's start building up some of this yeller. In the same way. We're just going to hit the spots we want yellow. I like the spot where it goes bu 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 bu. Just building up our yellers. Sitting here thinking about the black next. And I'm kind of thinking that we don't even have to recover the black at all. I like the quality that we've got with the brown in the crevices. It looks all right. So we may just dry brush that or edge highlight it. I guess if I'm edge highlighting the rest of the model, I need to edge highlight it. Edge it, you know. Who this Mega Woman for? All right. Just gonna work our way around the model, paying particular attention to the raised edges. Paying particular attention to where the two colors join together. Just want those nice and crispy and yeller. I think in hindsight, I should have thinned down this oil wash. Should have thinned down this ink wash a lot. And then that way I could selectively apply it where I want it super dark. It probably would have saved me a little effort on this end of the painting. But it's fine. It's fine. I can't say anything about eating UV resin since my teeth are 3D printed. I can always taste when a tool has touched 3D printing resin at some point. It has a very persistent residue and a very distinct flavor. Don't eat 3D printing resin, by the way. I'm not saying I intentionally do either. I may lick my paintbrush, but I'm quite cognizant of getting that poison in my system. I see a spot that I need to maybe correct right here. So we're going to try to do that real quick. That is a particularly egregious little support nublet. Alright. I dropped my paintbrush! Where'd you go? I like how it vanished off the face of the planet. hit the ground and it's gone. Where the fuck did it go? Jesus. Let me just ram my head into the camera arm there. Millennial Model Mayhem coming in saying happy 50th hangout, y'all. Resin the spicy flavor. Yeah, you catch a nice little outburst there, good sir. That was pure unadulterated frustration. Yes, we are layering yellow. We're layering yellow. We're layering up Vallejo's deep yellow, which has really bad coverage. I am regretting some of my decisions. Also, let me apologize to your earballs out there that my anger done swept in for a moment. But you know, I'm a human and I have human emotions and I want to experience them and let them free. Okay. I think part of the solution here with this color is I've got it thin enough that I can kind of beat it up in a pretty heavy-handed fashion on some of these panels here. And I think that'll save me some work, and it's thin enough it shouldn't chunk up real bad. Basically, I'm just wanting to preserve a little bit of that ink wash in certain places, but mostly in the crevices. It'll be a little better once we add our highlight tones into it and start building up the layers after this. But for now, because of my choice to wash the whole thing, I'm going to suffer through a little bit of layering on this color. Can't remember if I started with a white base coat or not either. It's been so long. Layering that yellow. Of all the model kits I've done, I can relate to dropping and losing small things. Yes. I'm liking the colors on this vibrant robot. Mecha. 4K no Los Dos. This is Grinning Idiot's Chunky Jogger. It is an interpretation of the CGR. I think it's CGR. It may be CHG. CGR 1A1 Charger, and I have modified it. I've modified it and customized it a little bit with some digital kit bashing to add a whole bunch more laser ports on the chest, and then the shield, and of course his mech balls, which is really what sells this design. This is the first mech I've painted in the official Country Fried Minis mech scheme. Developed with help of the community through playing MechWarrior 5. Let me amend that too. This is not the first CFM mech that has been painted. That honor actually lies in the CFM community. This is the first one I've done. 1A1 is CGR. Okay, yeah. Adding unnecessary U's to words that don't want them anymore. Such a remnant of the empire. I do like color, and armor. I remember it's because the chassis I use for mine because it's the oldest. Yeah, CGR 1A1. It's the original. Mine is also based on that, but much modify. Definitely much modify. It's still a small laser boat, just well, I guess it's not true anymore because mine has a large pulse laser. So it does have one like hard-hitting weapon. It should be fun too. I still need to simulate the battle between the AIs and write a script based on the results. And I may need to fudge some results to get everybody to get who I want to win as the winner. I guess I could just run simulations until I find one that has that result. It's another lullaby track. I didn't realize Lupus Nocti had so many like nostalgia wave. Okay, this one's not too bad. Just the intro was very lullaby. I'm definitely getting like a 80s high school drama type feel to it. Packing a little yellow up in his armpit. Hope y'all can see that decently. Sorry I missed the comment about us, lol. I was writing the title of the script for my new video today where the American spelling, because that's what the majority of viewers are. And my internal Canadian was screaming. Oh yeah, if y'all haven't seen, y'all have not seen the new video out over on Millennial Model Mayhem, make sure to go check it out. Always a good time over there. I have it queued up to watch tonight myself. Very excited to check it out. In fact, I believe there was a post on the CFM Discord under self-promotion, so make sure to check it out. Oh, this color. I'm so disappointed with the coverage of this color. It reminds me of my original Space Marines. So, my Space Marines that I had been painting for years are a homebrew chapter, and they use this color, which is Apple Barrel's Bright Yellow, which actually has very similar color coverage to this, as in it's really bad coverage. Here as much as any drunk Scotsman is anywhere. Here now, kind of, yeah. It was peak mayhem. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm very excited to check it out. Very excited. I'm wondering. I think I ought to take these things here on the back and paint them up like some kind of heat exhaust ports. I think that could look really fun, and I've done the effect before on another mech. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll paint them metallic, and then we'll do like some little OSL stuff coming off of them. Maybe. I don't know, it might get lost in the orange and yellow since it's just orange and yellow. Which fine. Hard to tell that your mech is glowing red hot when it's already painted in hot colors. Also, shout out to chat. Thank y'all for being here, deciding to share your evening with me here in Country Fried Meat. This is the 50th, again, the 50th paint stream here on the channel. Expect many more to come. Catch us every week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, same time, same place, right here in the Bullshit Corner 2.0. I am sure I will have something to paint, whether it's a commission or something for funsies or some model I have picked up for content purposes exclusively. There is a endless supply in my collection. I do paint stuff, but you know, I also buy new models at a pace that definitely far outpaces the getting stuff done rate. Okay, we're rebuilding our yellow. That's all we're doing right now. It's not awful at all. It's not a nightmare trying to get some coverage with this color. No. This is an enjoyable, relaxing experience. And it only takes like a layer or two and then it's done and we have great, fantastic, opaque coverage. It's not an awful decision to use this color. No, not at all. This forearm here needs some of the layer building. We want some of that like translucent coverage property right here. Yeah. And then we'll give it a little extra something on the sharp edges. Because we're gonna go back in and really emphasize those. I need to try and push the yellow really tight to the shadow here. Okay, that's looking all right. Boy, I would really love to find a yellow that has like some of these color properties but also good coverage without getting too chalky or too chunky. Yellow's just a hard color to work with. Please tell me that Charger isn't a Clan Wolf Beta Galaxy color. No, it is not. You paint them the blue of steel that was hot and cooled off. I mean, yeah, I could indeed. I think the blue would actually provide a nice contrast there. It just, you know, the machine is hot in this mode. I somewhat also partially regret not picking up some transparent resin for this, since it's got the chameleon light polarization field on it. And I didn't have any way to represent that on the model. You could still like do some fancy paint job on it, but yeah, we just, you know, use your imagination. Me? Lazy? No. No, never. Cut corners? No. Why would I do that? Honestly, these colors remind me of the ice cream soldier from G.I. Joe, which I dig. Try to blob it on real thick right there, so it'll just like, you know, take less coats. One thick coat. That's the way, right? Slink says, "Sup?" Well, howdy, Slink, and welcome to the Paintstream, the 50th Paintstream. This is actually the second attempt at 50th Paintstream for those of y'all who caught it briefly last week and witnessed a meltdown and a hard power off of my machine. Yes, plus 1 point for temper tantrums. That video doesn't exist anymore. It actually does exist, but after tonight, once I wrap this up, I'm going to delete it forever and pretend it never happened. Game color yellow is pretty nice. This is model colors deep yellow, and actually I probably could have gone with a different yellow, but I picked it up because, let's see if I could get this like partial label off the front. They put a label over the label, the game store did, and I don't like that. I want the text to show. Yeah, okay, so I got these two colors because Intenso. Naranja intenso y amarillo intenso. Deep yellow and bright orange, but they're intense. So it actually should say intense orange and intense yellow. Me gusta mucho. Es muy intenso. It's good stuff. Nightbot coming in with a new factoid claiming the world's largest grand piano was built by a 15-year-old in New Zealand. I like that it gave us no other facts about that as well. Like, how big was it? That's the question of the hour. How big was the world's largest grand piano built by some kid in New Zealand? It'd have to be pretty big, right, to be the world's largest? Like, comically huge. And then, like, what's our qualifiers here? Does it have to function? I don't know. Nightbot, you've left us in the dark about this fact. I could fact check it, but I've got too much yellow to highlight here. Too much layers to do. Okay. We're starting to pack in a little bit of yellow on those tight little details on his chest and belly. Oh, I'm really looking forward to trying to get a little bit of color on those barrels in the belly. I actually see some stuff here that's a little problematic and concerning me, so I think what we're gonna do is try to deal with that. I'm gonna put a little bit more of our Agrex Earthshade that we used earlier. I want to pump some of it into these spots right here, because there's like some yellow in there in a weird spot that's going to show up at the end. and I don't want it to be yeller. So I'm going to pack a little bit more of the ink wash and create a nice dark area. I don't know if that the details show up for y'all at all, but what I'm looking at here is there's like, he's got his pelvis, and then there's like a connection, and then there's a recessed area in between these two panels, or in between the center post and these two panels. And then I've got like a laser port right here, but there's some yellow down in there that's not looking great, and I think that little extra bit of ink wash will help make it disappear. We haul piano. Wouldn't have to be all that huge. There's specific sizes for grand pianos, and as someone who walks past a baby grand every time I leave my room, I can say this: there's no reason for an individual to own one of those things. It's to flex on people. You come in and you sit down on your grand piano, and you play some masterpiece, and you flex on people. Was it a wall piano or like a grand? Said it was a grand piano. My little chat readout. Come on now. My little chat readout here is about to die. I need to hop up and grab the charger. I'm gonna be right back, y'all, here in about like I don't know, 40 to 67 seconds. Hit the Paintstream button. I'm up to 67 seconds of counting. Am I late? How far off was my estimate? 150 seconds? What? It don't make no damn sense. Alright. Does paint work at all? Holy moly, this paint still works. I was about to throw this in the trash, and I realized it's got a little bit more there. You're about 72 to 81. I will up it up. I will up it up next time. I was wrong. So we do one of these. We do exclamation point count. Took 11 to 12 minutes, yes. The current count is 57. See, Nightbot disagrees. All right. I had to know. I have to know. I think it's just straight up wrong. Here's the piano. Here's that piano. Here's that piano. Here's that piano. And of course the post said, of note, he was 20 when the instrument was completed and he had tons of help along the way. Give that kid credit for the efforts of a collaborative group. It also took him 5 years, so he was 20. It was not built by a 15-year-old. Did this make anyone else think of Nights into Dreams? This music, I'm not sure why. I don't get that reference. I don't get that reference. I wish I did. But all the music on the channel has been chosen from tracks available on epidemicsound.com. I pay, I think it's $15 a month for a license over there. And it gives me access to a ton of music. It's all in a weird state of copyright. Like it's copyright music that's kind of listed as royalty free, but you gotta pay for the license on their channel, on their website, or they flag you for using it. Of course, I don't monetize any of my videos because I don't want ads. So I don't know if that actually, how bad it would affect things. I did forget about that during a few collaborative efforts and included music from Epidemic Sound. They got posted on other folks' channels that got a little claim on them. But it's been well worth it for me. Nights into Dreams, the second game for the Dreamcast, possibly Saturn, can't remember. Oh yeah, it was indeed Saturn, yes. Nightbot, reminded folks to come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. And there's a link that should work. If not, you can always reach out. I'll give you a new link. That one should work though. It's a great place to come hang out with a fantastic community and share what you got going on. We hang out, we play video games, we talk bullshit, we paint fun things, we have Battletech discussions. It's also a great place to share your work when we're doing the workflow live streams and have it shown here on Stream Live. Not the Paintstream so much. It's a little difficult for me to do the Discord thing on this computer, but during the workflow streams, if you got models you got painted up and you post them during the live stream, we'll bring them up on the big TV and talk about it and critique your work, show it to the whole wide world, all that good stuff. Delicious paint. I gotta stop eating so much paint now. Actually, I was talking with someone about how bad licking your brush actually is, and looked up some of the chemicals that get used in acrylic paints. It's a little bit concerning. Think about how much paint I've even, as I lick another brush. But see, I made a mistake and I needed to clean the tip of the brush really fast. Talking about concerns, I just keep licking the paintbrush. David says, thank you for, as always, for your awesome stream. Cameron, sorry I gotta go, but it's a fantastic background for today. Never sorry that you gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for your time. I am super appreciative. and super jazzed that you would decide to share a little bit of your time with me today. Thank you so much for the review. Cotakes241 says, I played it from the Steam release. No one cares about the Saturn except the lady I know that bought Radiant Silvergun for the original hardware for whatever reason. Another Nate says, royalty free just means you don't have to pay them every time you use their stuff or every time someone watches your stuff. Actually, let's see. It's expensive. It's a little expensive. It's like $15 a month for however long I've been doing Country Fried Minis. So like 2 years. We hit the 3-year mark. I know there's a whole bunch of videos that I don't have publicly listed anymore because the audio quality on them is really low. They just don't live up to the modern standard of CFM productions. So they have been pruned. They still exist, and I can provide links if you want to see some classic, original year one stuff. It ain't great. It's very experimental. But it's out there. All right, we're starting to chug along. This yellow is starting to look nice and solid. My chat phone is charging up. Spencer says, Saturn is only good in Japan is the issue. The American library is pretty poor. Japan library had tons of very good arcade ports, though. It's also extremely expensive to collect for. Only other library I'd say generally is expensive would be SNES or GameCube. Oh yeah, some of the SNES title prices are insane. I would love to have a Super Nintendo, little Nintendy, but I couldn't justify spending the amounts for some of that stuff. Original copy of what you call it? Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, all them good stuffs. Yeah, nuts. Tell you what I'm trying to find right now is a original copy, a hardware copy of the Metal Gear Solid game for Game Boy Color. That one's a little, I mean, it's affordable, but it's affordable-ish for a collector's item. A little more than I'm willing to spend on it at the moment. Besides, I don't play my GBC much. I play Pokemon Blue while I'm pooping. I traded 3 SNES games for a Taito Vulix cabinet. If that tells you anything. It shouldn't be bad. Game Boy's very, yeah, it's not bad at all. But like, it's more than I was willing to spend. Let's see. Metal Gear Solid, GBC, eBay. About $100. About $100. Uh-oh, I got a message I need to respond to really quick. Right. I'll be right back to it in just a moment, y'all. You can make... Okay. I'm back. Sorry, just shoot off a message real quick like, and we'll get back to work. Alright, we're still layering yellow, y'all. For a while. Kinda own Eternal Darkness, shame Silicon Knights are dead. You buy a flash cart for your Game Boy for about yeah, but I mean, I like the convenience of it, but I mean, I'm not, I want the original cartridge, you know? There's something about putting the cartridge in and all that. Junior put a look quality be real, even though, yeah, exactly. Let's see, I've got Metroid 2, I've got the Super Mario World 1, Super Mario World 2 or Super Mario Bros 2. I can't remember the name of it. I got the Donkey Kong game, I got Tetris, and I got Pokemon Blue. That much? R4 cards were all over the place here in the UK. Granted, actually good ones might be that much. Yeah. No, I got the I got a refurbished Pikachu Edition Game Boy because I needed to replace the one that got taken away when I was a kid by a shady circumstance. And then I wanted Pokemon Blue because, you know, nostalgia. And actually Pokemon is kind of awful. It's incessant grind. It's grind city. That's all. That's it. There's no depth to it. There's definitely some quality of life stuff that you got injected in the games later that you kind of miss. But I got the original. I got my dang old, I don't know if I'm Venusaur yet. I think I got a Venusaur now. Bulbabro for life, you know. People are like, oh, Charizard. Charizard is lame. That's function over form. Another Nate says, I was shocked when I spotted a Poochie Carrot machine at a truck stop at BFM. I don't know what a Poochie Carrot is. Still want to buy a cartridge and box for Pokemon Yellow, but I want to spend more than like $250. Yeah, you can buy nicer ones for way more, but these ones spend like $25. Other consoles are a lot more for flush carts. I think my GBA cart was $80 and it would be a super nice one. Interesting. Only operable Game Boy I currently have is the DS Max. Only games I have are Pokemon Sun and Moon. How about you try Shin Megami Tensei Country Pride. It has some of the team building appeal of Pokemon with modern occult stuff. I don't know what that is. Hold on, I'll look that up so I have it in my my history here. What is it? Shin Megami Tensei. Shin. Interesting. Okay. Is it full of occult penises? Because if it is, I'm all about it there. I love that art style. Yeah, I got this Luxuria model right here. I've been itching to paint. And she just it's all dicks. It's all dicks at every level. It's so good. I can't remember what game this is for. Someone was telling me about it. I think I was chatting with RFD Hobby and he was talking about this game he got. And I looked up and saw this model and immediately bought one on eBay. It's off of some Kickstarter. I do not have the game, but she's a giant dickworm lady thing. Be a fun one. Be a fun one. It has penis monsters. Yeah, there is one, Mara, that's a penis. And tit monsters. Yes, 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 yes. Millennium Autumn says wet, 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 wet. Wet. We'll do. Here we go, and we do that, and we do that right there. I'm gonna guess Kingdom Death. I don't think it is a Kingdom Death. It was like some. Oh shit! I could look it up if y'all are interested. Luxuria. Images. I'll never find it. I'll never find it. Shit. It is a game. It is definitely a game. It was some Kickstarter game. I'll never find it. I like that you're on the same page there, Nate. I see that. I see that. SMT rocks if you're up to getting your ass kicked. Oh, interesting. I mean, I'm a Tarkov player. I do enjoy getting my ass kicked. There's something to be said for getting your shit pushed in and then eventually overcoming that challenge. I mean, look at Dark Souls. That was good stuff. Nightbot claiming that the first 4th of July celebration was in 1777. SMT4 is a big recommend, you say. Alright, I think we're about to take a break from yellow. Just because I'm losing my mind layering this color, knowing how much more is left to go. I think what we'll do is take a brief break from the yellow before we get back to it. I mean, it's coming along. It's starting to look nice. Getting that really fun contrast between the panels. It needs a few more layers of the yellow. Let's go around this gun arm one more time. And then I'm going to switch to a metallic, I think. And we can do a little work on that. Sometimes my my focus incapable mind starts to really lose even more focus when I'm stuck working on a color like this that's going to require, like, I don't know, 6 layers to really get coverage. It's rough. And it's funny because, like, I'm okay with glazing. Just something kind of yucky about trying to paint up some yellow. Something decidedly unfun about this part. It's fine though. Make a little headway. Alright, let's put a little metallic down. What color are we going to go with? I think it's got to be... I think it's got to be pretty bright. Because we're going to dull it down. I think we'll go with the Vallejo Duralumina. Music in 4 is incredible. Not really, but any of the Persona games in the same universe as each other, Nate. Nightbite coming in with a reminder that I do commission painting. Check out the gigs on offer over at Fiverr at fiverr.com/Thurston Studios. and know that if you pick up a commission over there, they will get painted on stream. So you have that opportunity to interact directly as the project gets worked on. All right, let's film a little bit more. Let's film a little bit more. Let's switch this back so I can see what I'm doing over here. Full screen projector. There we go. All right. So, holy moly, it's 8:43. Let's see if we can get this metallic on before the work whistle calls. All right, we're gonna set Pro Video. We're gonna hit record. We're going to show our metal color to the camera. We're going to dig out Onilab. And we're going to make sure to centrally rub on the pink mound before jamming our paint bottle into it. Let it run for a moment. We went for a really long time that time. Thank you on that. It used to be called Shin Megami Tensei Persona is always a different universe. The character is just Persona. Alright, we're going to put a little bit of metallic out. And you know what? I put my metallic on the wet palette. I don't care. What's the worst that's going to happen? I screw up my paint and get some metallics in it? Yeah, big deal. Alright, so I'm going to take our fabulous duraluminum here and just really showcase some of the instant and awesome coverage it gets. Just one hit. One coat coverage. I mean, I wish every paint could be like as good as this. I'm wondering if I get this kind of performance out of like some enamels or something. I ought to try to paint a mech in testers, honestly. I think it could be a fun experience. Could really be. Just gonna get some metallic on there. Get a little bit of metallic on it, you know. I can't see what I'm doing here. I need to try to get a good angle here where I can kind of half-ass see what I'm doing. All right. It goes right along the top. This one's tough because like neither camera can see what I'm trying to hit here in such a way that I can also see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna have to paint it and not really worry about the filming part of it. Okay. No, I should also maybe think about bringing back palette cam for this. Let's do that so y'all can see how much I have to stir the shit. Where's it at? I'm looking for desk cam. There we go. And you see my little pile right there? Okay. Alright. Where are we working on now? So you gotta stir this stuff up because it separates out really bad. Morning from Hungary. Well, howdy, Mr. Go For It Painting. We're doing a little bit of work on this here Charger Lad. We're about to wrap up actually here in the next 13 minutes or so, but always a pleasure to catch you in here. If y'all aren't aware of Go For It Painting, there's some fun stuff over there on the channel. Definitely recommend checking out some of the builds over on, well, right here on YouTube. Very cool stuff. Can I reach this without screwing up? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So I've got my pinky finger here for a little extra support, and I'm, you know, I got the grip on the thing with 3 digits. Very tightly controlled, and I think I still screwed it up a little bit there. Yeah, I got some on the thumb. It's not a great part to try and get paint on. Boom. Yes, yes. Alright. I think I can finish it off from the back here. There we go. Nice and silver. Those will get brought down with some Nuln oil later on. So we just want to make sure we get a little bit of some nice solid coverage on them. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just make sure all our ports are nice and silver. I'm gonna have to go back in and do some corrections on that thumb in black. Not worry too much about any panel lines getting too silver. Well, that one. I say that, and I got a spill over on some yellow there. Shit, fire. See if I can't lift it off with the quickness. Maybe too late. Let me see here. I think that's serviceable. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was saying I don't mind about the silver going in between these two sections, but I definitely don't want the silver on my bright colors as much as I can avoid it. All right. I mean, y'all can see immediately, like the immediate pop of that bright silver. It's gonna be great. We'll dull them down with a little bit of Nuln oil after all said and done. They'll get some chipping over top. It's gonna look great. You know, I think I mentioned it before. I've avoided using metallics for a while in my painting repertoire because I was doing infinity all the time, and there's kind of like there's a little bit of an unspoken rule among infinity painters that it's a non-metallic metal world. But switching to Battletech kind of opened back up metallics for me, and I've started using metallics on my infinity models, and they look fine. I don't know why I was ever such a hater on it, especially when you find a good one like this. 8 minutes. Can we get all these lasers silvered? We got one that's real deep right there. Real deep in there, right there. And we got one that's real deep in right here. This one's going to be a hard thread the needle moment. But there we go. And we'll run a little bit down the barrel, make it stand out some. We're going to give this one the same treatment. I think this needs to be really good and stirred real quick. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Man, this color is so good. Big recommend if you don't have the Vallejo air color airbrush or Vallejo metal color airbrush colors. They're really good. They have such awesome coverage. I need to try out some of the non-silver colors, but I work with jet exhaust and duraluminum in between the two of them. They're awesome. All right, I'm going to pass out soon enough. Enjoy your night, and I'm going to stop bugging you soon. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by. As always, I know it's late for you. It's you're always a pleasure to chat with in chat. Hope you have fantastic dreams this evening. I heard from some friends about an Infinity Mini with a ponytail with like 5 separate metal parts. Oh yeah, some of them are insane. Sometimes they do a really good job of making them super simple. Sometimes, like my Fat Yon Yon on motorcycle, that required 9 pins to put together properly. So this big old chunky metal model that's like got a 5 square millimeter area that it adheres to the base with. It's insane. Though I do love metal. I love metal model. I prefer them any chance I get. Alright, we're getting there with the metallics. Well, most of the metallics. I still need to do like the joints and stuff, but I think I'm okay with where we've made it. It's remarkable to see how much effort this layering has taken as we quickly approach the 9 p.m. close of the stream. As y'all know, I like to keep these streams 3 hours. I think consistency is really important. And also, I got some Project Zomboid shenanigans calling my name this evening. Got to prepare for the Iron Chef cook-off that we're doing in that game. So I need to loot up some recipe items in the world. If any of y'all out there are Project Zomboid players, come on over to the Country Fried Minis Discord. We'll share the information about the server we're playing on. You can hop in there and chat and have a good time. Alright, I hope y'all can see like the difference that metallic made. I wish the camera would focus a little better. Eventually I will upgrade to a real camera for the streams. Just a proper camera is damn expensive, unfortunately. And just kind of not in the cards right now. For now, we'll continue to work off this Brio. I think it works decently. Besides, the real fun to be had is here in chat. Then again, those twos were arseholes who took 30 minutes to an Infinity game each, and for them 29 were bombs. Oh yeah, fun stuff. I mean, you're already doing something kind of dickish if you're playing Toha. Fairware? What's that? Alright. We got our metallics on. Well, most of them. Again, I think I'm going to do like these joints here on the back of the limbs in metallic. I think I'm going to do... I'm not 100% sure. I might do this join right here on the arm in metallic. We got some bits on the legs I'm going to do in that, but we'll save that for next one. We'll get some more progress in. I think we've got the boring layering mostly done, and I may just layer up this stuff anyways. Or anyways, I may just layer up the yellow before the next episode of working on this lab. In any case, let me take a moment and thank all y'all for stopping through tonight, checking out the stream here on Country Fried Minis. This has been the 50th episode of the Paintstream. Actually, last week was, but we had some technical difficulties, so we're just doing a do-over this week. If y'all like this, let me know. If you're catching this via the algorithm after the fact, make sure to toss a comment. If you want some engagement, if you have any input or thoughts on the matter, toss it down below. I read everything, so your voice will be heard. For those of you who have joined me live this evening, holy moly, I'm so thankful for your participation. And as always, such a pleasure to chat with y'all in the chat. I'm continually adding more fun exclamation point commands for Nightbot, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, remember this is a weekly event. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, same time, same place. We'll be doing some painting. There'll be other things happening. I'm looking at maybe doing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday currently to get in some more editing streams. And of course, the editing streams are a place where you can share your stuff on Discord and have it shown on the stream live. In any case, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. Y'all are beautiful biscuits, and I want you to remember to be happy while you're painting. And of course, to remember that your participation here in chat, here on Country Fried Minis, makes me happy while I'm painting. In any case, that's all I got for you this evening, and I'll catch y'all in the voice chat. See you later. Bye-bye. Shoutouts to the Glasgow Battletech group. Keep stomping, keep rolling the dice.